This is Kathy Chase. This is about some evidence. I'll make this message really quite brief, but just so people don't forget this. My father's middle name is Dwayne, okay? Dwayne Larson had built the home on 5511, as I said, and Dwayne Larson Park, it was named after him. Larson Park there, where the newspaper guy, I can't think of his name right now. It was a Randy. His name had Randy in it. He took our pictures when the park kind of opened up. We were on the the thing that spins, whatever it is. We were there. And as I said, this is very important evidence in regards to Cedars Home for Children and what they did to my children. Annie Oakley, or maybe more along the lines of Annie Warbucks and Daddy Warbucks and Cedars Home for Children, abandonment issues, kids with abandonment issues, and Amendment RICO, slave driving, me using my children, and so forth. RICO sounds kind of like a Spanish word. You know, you have Puerto Rico, and Ricky from I Love Lucy, and so forth. What's more relevant with the evidences of Cedars Home for Children, as people have seen the movie Silence of the Lambs, you have Silence of the Lambs and Jodie Foster, where they got the Jodie they got from my sister, but she's older than me, born in 1970. But they did the sound off song, and they used a sound off song with Joeys and Wallabies in the Land Down Under, and underground slavery, subways, underground subways, submissive, fallout shelters, things that are underground. Those would be, what, 3 things there? So, this is very important evidence with Lillibridge, being next to Roos Street. You know, you have Kangaroo, Joeys and Wallabies and Kangaroos, and Captain Kangaroo, and then the with Malice and to None thing down there on the Capitol. Roos Street, R-O-O-S-E. Well, growing up, we'd always had rhubarb in the garden. Well, my father has it here on High Street, and everybody's seen the old original laundering tea, where you hang your clothes out to dry. You know the phrase, left to be left high and dry, and so forth. But as I said, I was getting to the Dwayne Foster part. He used to go around playing pocket pool. Well, pocket pool, for those that don't know, it's slang for masturbation. And these people fishing for me. That's where they get that's how they correlate their pocket changes with Joeys and Wallabies, pocket pouches, wombs, the Matrix, different types of pyramid schemes, aspects, types of business, economics, pyramid schemes, and the stuff that I put on my page today. And I suppose for Franklin Roosevelt, they correlated that in there with Benjamin Franklin and Uncle Ben's rice, Ben names and Franklin names. And as I said, Franklin Street is the 1900 block, which is 1 block south of Sumner Street, where I had my stitches with my foot in. And you know, you have like the C notes, Doa deer, female deer, Ray, a drop of golden sun. We have Ray Farley and the Farley connections to Hawaii and Barack Obama. So, Kangaroo, the Barb Dilly, Barb Hendricks, Barbara Eden, Larry, Hagman, Master Slavery, Igor Slavery, Confederate flag, tic-tac-toe, XO, mistletoe, sideways craziness, and XXX Peep Show. We have Little Bo Peep lost the sheep. Well, Mike Woolman his family still lives on Prescott. It's kind of important information there. The Woolman family. She's always babysat little kids. And as I said, they got the fishing thing with masturbation, pocket pool, pool tables, pool sharks, Jabberjaw or Chatty Cathy, cartoon Jabberjaw. Well, Scooby-Doo and Shaggy. And I used to think that Brett Peterson, my sister's first husband, Michelle Peterson, well, she's now Porter, because she went from Michelle Eggers to Michelle Porter, or Michelle Eggers to Michelle Peterson to Michelle Porter. So they got the Puerto Rico, try to port me off and send me off on their slave ship or whatever. And my sister Jodie Pfeiffer is not Piper, it's Pfeifer, and so forth. So this is very important evidence. If you look at the Union College, there's a building that says Rees on it, R-E-E-S. And that was what they were trying to use the correlation with Rees on the building backwards is the word seer, S-E-E-R. Seer and clairvoyant and their fraudulent telekinesis and telephones. Fraudulent telekinesis, con artistry, and telephones and pyramid schemes. So, with that in Claire, they were trying to sabotage me using with their pyramid scheme. They wanted to end up killing me with having me know something that was going to happen in the future, and then try to kill me based on that or something along those lines with sabotage using Sabbath names and Sabbatical names and so forth and so forth. That's about what I wanted to talk about today, but it's very important. Dwayne Foster is an African American, and he was in the special ed class, which is very important evidence. Dwayne Foster, and he would probably sit there and tell everybody that, yep, I used to say that. He used to say that. He would admit to that. Shannon Hubert Bartusek was in special ed classes from the time she was in junior high to high school. I don't know what they labeled it as. It was more of like for the people that, were kind of, it was kind of for people that needed help with their studies and so forth. So, whatever they may have labeled that as, and so forth. 95, the bus, it's a short bus that goes by here every day. It's, the number is 9530. And the 30 matches Pawnee. The 30 matches South Haven, where my kids live the majority of the time. And the 30 days of September, and they sideways Labor Day with slavery. September with slavery, and the 30, that's 3 X's, 3 punches, and a tic-tac-toe, and so forth. Strike, punch, peep shows. Little Bo Peep lost his sheep. He's a black sheep of the family. People ganging up on me. Their little pits game. All the things, barn doors, they got from the movie Charlotte's Web. Zuckerman's Famous Pig won $25 in the contest, so they correlated that with the song called No Quarter by Led Zeppelin. But that was in 1972 when I hadn't even been born yet. Their No Quarter, Sideways with No Nonsense Pantyhose is Sideways. So, and there was a barbershop quartet at the same time. I don't know if anybody's seen the 1972 version of Charlotte's Web, but that's very relevant evidence. They try to use the word char, as in burn. 212, Abe Lincoln, and the boiling point. 21, the number of the devil, and people's birth dates. So, which Kim is May 12th, 1974. Robert is February 12th, 1972. I believe Nick Hexum, according to the web, it's April 12th of 1970, the same year Jody was born. Jody was born February 23rd, 1970. So this is about evidences, and I think I'll stop this recording, but it's very important that people know when he's using his pocket move, it has to do with the Bigfoot correlations. The video by the Clark video, for one. For two, he uses the pocket pull and fishing for me in the Rainbow song, Pink Floyd music, which I'm not Pink, the character from Pink Floyd, the musician, that is not me. And they correlate their World War II with pinky fingers on both sides in Mafia. So, as I said, it was one Bigfoot. They correlate that video, the Clark's video, spelled with an E at the end, because the Clark family lived at 5421 Quail Ridge Circle down the street from us. And she remarried Dave Dinsmore. Jane Clark remarried Dave Dinsmore, and he was a sailor. So it's very important evidence. And I think Jane Clark, before she became Dinsmore, I don't know what her last name is now, but I think her side was Catholic, and the Doug Clark was Jewish, I believe. The other correlation would be, well, Dave Dinsmore, as I said, he was a sailor. He was in the Navy. And they got the Gina Lola Brigida. Gina Dinsmore was the daughter that they shared together. Jane Clark, which she became Jane Dinsmore. Jane Dinsmore with, it would be Dave Dinsmore. So, very important evidence. As I said, fishing, pocket pool, masturbation, the Bates Hotel, Shower Street next to Lincoln Street in Cheney, Nebraska. A lot of evidence I talked about tonight. Strike It Rich, like strikes and punches, and everything that the X you can figure out. The Underground Railroad, slavery. You know, they have the two R's with the X on the signs, and when you cross a railroad, and then the statue downtown on Lincoln Mall. It's exactly parallel with Lincoln Mall, where the I Street would be, and I talked about the letter I and the pinky fingers with the correlations to the Mafia and their World War II, with the French, the Hitler fist, and then they correlate that with the Statue of Liberty and mocking me with freedom. You know, let freedom ring with Wi-Fi sideways or whatever. And so that's what I wanted to talk about. Very important evidence, and I will conclude this message for now. This is Kathy Chase.